Hey, what's up guys, CBK here bringing you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. Today we're continuing our leaks and rumors series on the channel. Essentially in this series, I just go over all of the latest rumors or leaks for Marvel Spider-Man 2 and I give you my thoughts on them. I do want to say that I believe that 90% of the leaks that I discuss here are not real, but I find it fun to discuss nonetheless. They don't come from any credible sources, but regardless of if they're true or not, they tend to bring up some interesting topics that I find worth discussing. So today we have some brand new rumors that I wanted to share with you guys, and I'll leave a link to the article if you want to check them out yourselves. But before I get into these new rumors, I just want to encourage anyone who is new here to subscribe. I pretty much only cover Marvel Spider-Man 2 on my channel, and if you're into that sort of content, then this may be the channel for you. With that being said, let's swing on into these new rumors. Okay, so the first rumor that I'm reading is in regards to Peter and Miles being playable. It's said that it's not going to be a situation where you can switch freely between them at any time. There's going to be some missions that allow you to choose whatever Spider-Man you want to use, and then there's going to be some that are strictly attached to Peter or Miles. And I think this makes a ton of sense in my opinion. I mean, at the core of this game, it is a Peter Parker story, so I feel like most of the missions should be centered strictly around Peter. And then of course you're going to have some Miles related missions where they have to split up, and the story would require you to use Miles. Makes a ton of sense. That really isn't anything that's kind of surprising to me, and it's something that's been rumored for a little bit now. It's also said over the course of the game there will be team up missions with the support of an AI. No big surprise there at all. They kind of implemented that mechanic in the Silver Linings DLC, or the City That Never Sleeps DLC, where you got to kind of control Black Cat. I mean, she was an AI character, but she got to help you out with like team takedowns and stuff like that. So maybe that was them kind of like working on creating that mechanic where you could use multiple Spider-Man, but they're testing it out with Black Cat. It's also said that there will be a separate library of suits for both Spider-Man, which is awesome. I love that. When playing as either Peter or Miles, you will have the option to change your suit at any time. That's awesome. I've mentioned in a lot of my videos in the past that I'm really hoping that they let you carry over and port over the suits that you earned in the first two games in Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, so that way you can continue to build up an awesome collection of suits. So I'm hoping that that's a part of this game. Another rumor is that Venom will not be a playable character, which is pretty disappointing if that is true. Like I said, take these with a grain of salt. I've heard rumors for either way. The latest rumor before this next wave of rumors came out was that there would be a third playable character, but a lot of fans have pinpointed that that character could possibly be Wraith, who's Yuri in the first game, which means that Venom would not be playable. I'd be pretty disappointed if there was no playable Venom though. That'd be pretty sad. So I'm not sure if I'm going to buy into this one. Peter will obviously don the black suit at some point during the game. That's no big surprise. Venom and Kraven are the main villains. Again, no big surprise at all. Venom will eventually leave Peter, or the symbiote should at some point in time leave Peter in favor of a stronger or better match at some point in time. That's pretty interesting. Who else could be a stronger match other than Spider-Man himself? I mean, he's one of the most powerful human beings, so it doesn't make sense. But moving on, we also have some rumors regarding the Iron Spider-like arms that we see in the first trailer. So it said that Peter's Iron Spider-like mechanical arms will feel a lot more like you're controlling the arms rather than them just being attached to you, unlike the Iron Spider arms that we got in the first game. So the new mechanical arms will be completely made by Peter. No big surprise there. He's smart enough to make it. He probably perfects the Doc Ock technology that they're working on in the first game. I find it pretty interesting that there will be more of a feeling like you're controlling the arms, which I like that. I mean, if we're going to have these mechanical arms, I want to feel like, you know, each punch with them or whatever it may be is intentional, as opposed to me just like mashing the square button and the arms just kind of fighting for you like the Iron Spider suit did in Spider-Man PS4. But yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm kind of iffy on the Iron Spider arms as a whole. I've never been a big fan of Peter having the Iron Spider arms. So I don't know, maybe they'll grow on me, but yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that whole mechanic at all. Also, it says that wall crawling has been improved. No surprise, of course they would improve that. No more getting stuck on random geometry. Amen. That's one of my big pet peeves that I mentioned in my traversal video. Web swinging has also been made moderately faster, so not super fast, but moderately faster. I definitely want to see some improved speed for web swinging. You also have the option to wall crawl even faster with the mechanical arms while playing as Peter. It's sounding like these mechanical arms will play a role in the traversal. Again, I'm not a big fan of the mechanical arms, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. You can also now stand on the buildings with the aid of the mechanical arms, so the side of buildings with the mechanical arms while playing as Peter. Again, I mean, it kind of sounds cool, but not a huge fan of the mechanical arms. That's just me. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be super into that. Another rumor regarding the mechanical arms is that Peter will have more air tricks thanks to the arms. Not sure how that worked, but it is what it is. I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think about that in the comments section. Like, are you a fan of the mechanical arms? Do you want to see that in Spider-Man 2? I don't know. I just prefer the classic Peter Parker look without all these like crazy suit powers, but that's just me. Both characters will have access to new ground tricks, including a web skating on the back of vehicles. But that sounds awesome to me. I mean, the fact that you could possibly shoot your webs on a car and let it drag you so you can skate across New York City, that sounds amazing. I love the idea of that. It's also said that there will be new and improved animations, gadgets, abilities, enemies. This is all stuff we'd come to expect, of course. Bosses will be more strategy based rather than pattern based, and I love that. That was a kind of like a minor gripe that I've mentioned in a previous video. So I definitely want some improved boss battles. Like, I want the difficulty to be a lot higher when it comes to facing bosses in this game. But guys, that's pretty much it for this new wave of rumors. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. Don't buy into all of this, but it's pretty fun to discuss. The reason I think it's fun to discuss is, you know, whether or not these are actual leaks, there's somebody out there who has ideas and is coming up with this stuff. And some of these ideas I think are pretty cool, you know, that I'd like to see implemented into the game. So that's why I think it's kind of fun to discuss, you know, would I want to see these things? Would I not want to see these things? You know, it kind of brings up pretty cool discussion, and I like talking to you guys about it. So be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel and you like talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2. This is a little bit different style video. Normally I script out my videos, and I'm just kind of free flowing on this one. So let me know if you enjoy this style of video more. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.